What's poppin', y'all? This is Deidre with One Shot Game. Man, you already know how the motto go. You get one shot at life, but a lifetime to learn all the game you need to help improve your life. The choice is yours on which direction you choose to go for yourself, and ultimately, it directs the path of everyone around you. It's very strong and powerful, so be mindful what you do. So before I get into the title of my video, I want to say a big shout out to all my supporters. You guys are great. The title of this video is going to be on the fact that the pain that comes with um, you knowing that maybe your behavior and how you acted could have caused a situation to happen to someone or something close to you, knowing you had a part to play in it the whole time. And then it's almost as if like you have so much anger built up, so much remorse. But the fact that you have to live with the fact that you potentially could have did something or said something that caused the destruction and downfall of someone close to you. You know what I'm saying? Listen, I never use names for none of my videos because the pain that people have to sit with already, you know what I'm saying, and think about already causes enough stress as it is. That's why oftentimes a lot of people are too afraid to admit who they are. They're too afraid to be who they are because they know deep down inside some of the things that they have done in life caused certain situations to happen that they are not yet ready to come forth with or admit. And that can cause the downfall of a person so bad. You know what I'm saying? And they'll probably take it to their grave. They probably won't never admit it because it will kill them internally, knowing that they know that they had some type of involvement in something that could have potentially hurt somebody. You get what I'm saying? Listen, it's a very dangerous game. And that's why I'm like a person that's so adamant on realizing and understanding how your actions and the things you do and the energy you manifest towards someone could have dangerous repercussions to you or the people around you. And it's almost as if like people are not aware of that until those people are no longer living. You know what I'm saying? It seems like when that person passes away or somebody gets hurt close to them, all of a sudden they have all this remorse of what they should have, could have did. But in the motion of doing it, it's never no thought of that. You know what I'm saying? Because you're just not aware of how your energy intention and the things you do or say could have a big major impact on the things and people around you. You know what I'm saying? So the reason why I'm really talking about this is because it's a certain situation that, you know, oftentimes I see that really piqued my interest before I got to this point in my life. And it was a investigation done on a girl, you know what I'm saying, who was 21 years old, who was on her way to work, and she was shot 15 to 16 times by a male, you know what I'm saying, before she was even allowed to be on her way to work, you know what I'm saying. And it leads you almost to want to question the type of lifestyle that maybe she was involved in or what she could have been doing. And listen, this is all just my own intake, you know what I'm saying. But oftentimes, usually that's what comes out of it, especially when it's somebody in the Bay Area. I'm not gonna say where exactly it is because then people gonna know what I'm talking about, and I don't want people to get upset. So being the fact that she was a female in the Bay Area when you're young like that, and oftentimes, you know, somebody plans a hit out on you, they go directly to maybe the boyfriend or somebody she was talking to, right? But what if it wasn't meant for her, and it was actually meant for, you know, her mom? You know what I'm saying? And due to, you know, the mom probably having some type of involvement in a disagreement or a situation where it got out of control, and you probably took it there without realizing the potential consequences that can come with that, and you ultimately end up having to suffer for the rest of your life due to the fact that you let a situation get completely out of control. And then the crazy part about it is you actually set up a whole investigation with the police to get the person who took your daughter, you know what I'm saying, away from you. But the whole time you're having to live with the fact that it was you who caused a disruption in somewhere by letting your temper or something you said or did get the best of you, and it came back to bite you. And it wasn't directly to you. What was meant for you didn't go to you. It went to somebody closest to you. So then what happens is now it turns up the volume on that person's mentality. Now they're out for blood. Now they turn evil. You know what I'm saying? Because their whole world is centered on playing this back and forth game. You know what I'm saying? I did what I did without realizing the consequences. Now you took something close to me. Now I'm out for blood on somebody close to you. Knowing the whole time that it was you who stirred up some shit or said something or did something or had an involvement in something without realizing the potential consequences that your shit could have caused. And now you go on in life setting up plays, trying to get the people back. You know what I'm saying? Trying to construct it in a healthy, positive way, not realizing, or anybody not realizing around you, that you were the one who stirred up a whole bunch of shit that you ain't never told nobody. And somebody close to you was a direct hit because they thought it was you. And now you have to live with that. Listen, I don't know if that is a broken heart, or like, and not even to be funny, but like, I, like, bruh, it's almost like, listen, I really have to ask God for forgiveness, because it's almost as if when you're angry and you're upset and something happens, or you may have played a part in something, because you got to think about it. The way people finesse, manipulate, and say things out of anger can make someone else angry. You know what I'm saying? And then something happens, and just because you're connected to that, they take it out on you or the people closest to you. Because their mind, you know what I'm saying, is involved in playing the scenario as if you had something to do with it. And so they came after you. You know what I'm saying? Listen, that's dangerous. That's like, I would almost have to just like get on my knees and pray every day, because due to your manipulation, inconsistencies, or anger, and the way you choose to release that can have a backfire on you, your children, or the people closest to you at some point in life, if you don't get a grip on that behavior, or you pray for God's forgiveness, like for real. You know what I'm saying? Because however you look at it, is to me personally, I'm just gonna say that the universe is always watching and paying attention, right? But really, you are forgiving yourself for using malicious behavior, thoughts, intentions, words, actions to get revenge on something that you didn't feel was right, and you basically cause the demise of you or the people around you due to your anger and your level of rage. It's real. I don't care how much people paint a picture of how people are, because they always want to show them in a good light. They never speak on the background. And I understand, I get it. Nobody wants to get hurt. But that the person that they are in the dark can be the reason of a person's demise. That's scary. That's really scary to have to live your life thinking like that. And you got to really think, like, they call it narcissists, I guess, if that's what you want to call it. But it's people in the world who do bad shit and wrong things, and they forget about it, and they act like it never happened until, you feel me, the domino effect comes back, and you have to pay the price for what you did, or somebody closest to you has to pay that price. Why would what? Listen, no, no. It's sad. It's sad because you gonna have to live with that heartbreak and the crazy psychopathic mind that comes with that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you, okay, look, so listen, deep down inside, you know that you were angry about something. You know what I'm saying? You got upset, you got mad. You know what I'm saying? You set your killers off to go shoot up somebody else's house. That person ended up dying. So whoever loves them is now coming back to get you. And because they couldn't get you, they got somebody closest to you. All because of you not being able to control your anger. You not being able to control your demons. You not being able to be wise enough to understand that what I do has a rebounding effect on me and everybody around me. So I can't really be in this angry, upset mode when it directly hits me. And now you turn into a demon now, because now you're out for revenge to get anybody that, you know what I'm saying, has anything to do with hurting the people closest to you. Losing a child is one of the worst pains you could ever experience in life. You know what I'm saying? But it's even more dangerous of a pain if you know you had something to do with it, and you are just sitting on that for the rest of your life and making it seem as if you were this innocent person who didn't have nothing to do with that, because you were too afraid to look at your own demons and realize, fuck, I could have had the main foot in that on why that happened. Listen, that's hard. I'm not gonna lie, that's a hard fucking thing to admit. Excuse my language. So, but it's even worse to have to get old and gray with that guilt. Listen. The guilt of knowing that your irrational behavior had a part to play in your daughter's death. Like, and you having to live with that every day and blaming it on the man who took her life. You know what I'm saying? You setting up rallies. You know what I'm saying? You doing everything you can to, you feel me, get the people convicted who took her life. Not, and in the back of your head, nobody knows that you are the reason of that. Listen, that got to be the most, that got to be some crazy shit. My heart would ache every day. You know what I'm saying? Listen, that pain of knowing that is something that I would hope everybody would start to open their eyes and realize how the actions and the things you do play a major part on you and the people around you. Because you got to think about it, how things like that happen. You know what I'm saying? Listen, say for instance, little Billy You know what I'm saying? Got a friend named Robert. Little Billy's dad is in the gang. Little Billy's dad's, you know what I'm saying, gang, some people in his gang shoot Little Robert's dad, right? Little Robert don't know how to process it because he doesn't want to be mad at Little Billy. You feel me? So he lives with that anger and aggression, and he really does wants to do something to Little Billy. You know what I'm saying? But instead of doing anything, he holds that in, right? And then he has a kid of his own who also joins the gang. He releases that pain into that child. So say Little Billy also grows up and has a kid. You know what I'm saying? Little Robert, little son, they go to school together. Little Robert's still angry that, you know what I'm saying, his grandpa passed away, so he ended up shooting Little Billy's son. Listen, that's a revolving door. Listen, let me tell you something. This world is stupid. I am so extremely grateful to be alive. I admit that. I am. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, when you start to really realizing how shit works, it's kind of almost as if, you know how many people pass away knowing that they had a hand in destroying someone's life that was close to them. Why? How? Listen, that's some shit. That's something, you feel me? Listen, that shit is gotta be hard to admit, like, to tell the truth. You feel me? I don't care if you gotta write it down. I don't care if you gotta talk to yourself. Listen, that type of pain and guilt will kill you faster than anything else in the world. Is to know that you not being able to control yourself caused the demise of someone close to you. That shit, I feel bad. You know what I'm saying? Because it's almost as if I can just tell, you know what I'm saying, by just looking at your pictures that you had a part to play in that shit, and you know you did, and you just living life like you ain't did nothing wrong. You know what I'm saying? And for whatever reason, I'm just confused as to why people just can't look at that. Like, why? What is so hard about that? And maybe you did. Maybe you did. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you had a time in your life where you repented and you forgave yourself. But goddamn, I can just not. That's why, you feel me, life is really like chess. You really got to be smart about what you do, because that energy, when it boomerang back and it's intended for you, but it misses and hits somebody closest to you, all due to your inconsistent behavior, that's some shit. You know what I'm saying? That I don't think anybody could be able to process. And it hurts bad. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to elaborate on the whole situation or the details, because it's something that hit too close to home, but it grabbed my attention. You know what I'm saying? And the oftentimes people don't care about zodiac signs, but people's traits and how they act and the way their brain is constructed, in part due to their personality and who they are, they're similar. They act the same. I just got to be real. I've had too many experiences with the same signs, and they act all the same. You know what I'm saying? But again, people who are just in the illusion of life, they ain't even paying attention to that. But this person and the sign that they are, you feel me? And the way their brain is constructed, I almost gotta just, you feel me, know for a fact that you had something to do with it. You know what I'm saying? And the reason why it came back to you and boomeranged off of you and hit somebody closest to you is because they missed you by a long shot. You know what I'm saying? But now you have to live with, nigga, fuck that. I'm cool. I'm good. You know what I'm saying? I'm good. That's why my intentions is pure. You know what I'm saying? I do things with understanding and knowing that I have to be careful how I step, because they don't even, you know what I'm saying, realize that your actions can affect the people around you that know you, that have some type of involvement with you, due to your inconsistency or you not being able to control who you are, and you do something out of spite You know what I'm saying? For yourself, and then it double back. You know what I'm saying? And hit somebody closest to you. Listen, you gotta realize how a lot of people in life do the most mourning after the fact, because once they start piecing shit together and start realizing, damn, something in their life is connected to something, and how, you can't shoulda coulda woulda wish you did nothing, because you already did it and it caused that reaction. But what you can do is look at the pattern and start to correct yourself from potential shit happening. You know what I'm saying? I just gotta be real prominent and strict when it comes to that. You know what I'm saying? I'm the type of person, like, I'm aware of the fact that sometimes the things that people do, they're not aware of how it affects the people around you. You know what I'm saying? But if we were to protect each other, how you can potentially stop that harm from coming through. But people are not aware of the things they do, especially when they're moving for themselves. It doesn't seem to reflect to them how something that you do, said, or acted on can cause a major reaction against some people that don't give a fuck about life. You know what I'm saying? You got to really think how that domino effect plays a major part. So when you step, be mindful of where you step. And when you move those chess pieces, make sure you thinking about and calculating all those moves. Don't be doing shit on the side and forgetting, because that one thing you forgot about could be the main thing that comes back in life and slap you right in the face. And if it don't get you, it'll get somebody else around you. You know what I'm saying? And you be thinking to yourself, how to, it ain't time for you to think how to. It's time for you to look at the pattern and think to yourself how, you feel me? Damn, I reacted wrong in a situation that potentially harmed someone else. And if I don't change it or forgive myself for it, I'm going to go through moving in life, acting in life as if everything is okay, and it's not. I could just look and see that you know. You know. You know what I'm saying? Deep down inside, you know. You feel me? And then you like, oh, when they go to court, oh, if you want to send impact statements, even if you don't know, you feel me? Or you just affected by the case, make sure you send your impact statements. Listen, because you know you trying to get as much of support as you can get, because you know deep down inside you played a part in that. You feel me? And you need to release the guilt on convicting the people that actually did it, because it was you who set the whole thing up. Spiritually, though, with intentions. Like, there is no direct evidence that will pinpoint that you had an involvement in it. But if you replay back all the things you did and what you said and how it potentially caused that reaction, listen, having to live with that guilt will end a person's death quicker than the time it's gonna start. Like, everything you do to someone will be redirected to you at some point in your life. You know what I'm saying? You cannot just get away with doing certain things and not thinking there's no consequences for it. And then when the consequences do hit, all of a sudden you act like a deer in the headlights, like you don't know what's going on. Knowing you know damn well your anger, your resentment, your inconsistency in actions and treating people the way you want to. You know what I'm saying? But because it was for your sole benefit, you forgot you even did it. But listen, that person didn't forget. They remember clear as day that it was you. And when they can get a chance to hit you or anybody closest to you, they gonna do it. And they gonna have no remorse, because guess what? You didn't have no remorse when you did what you did. You forgot about it and you act like you didn't even do nothing. And the craziest part about it all is the fact that your location, where you live, was staked out with the intention of doing what happened, which means somehow that information got back to that person on when to, you know what I'm saying, find you, and what time, and your schedule and everything. So it's an understanding of realizing that when you don't pay attention to the things that you do, how something or someone else getting hurt because of your actions, whoever is surrounded by them can come back and target you. And if they couldn't get you, they'll get the people closest to you. And that's facts. Because it was for the sole benefit of you. Imagine how that level of thinking keeps so much crime going on. You know what I'm saying? Listen, when you're a person who's like a detective or a private investigator, and someone passes away, it's usually a very long story tied to how that person was murdered. It's no inconsistencies in that. You feel me? That energy doubled back, came back. You feel me? Listen, this shit ain't a joke. This real life. You know what I'm saying? That's why I try my best to just be clear as day and be truthful about the things that I'm not so proud of, only due to the fact that that energy is strong enough to double back and hurt you or people closest to you. And then when it happens, you want to play all sad, like you don't know you played a part in that. You did. You know what I'm saying? So again, I don't want to speculate too much on that. You know what I'm saying? Because again, you don't really know if you wasn't there. But if you piece together the dots, you can kind of see where the story, you feel me, is unfolded. Imagine though, just having so much pain and you're blaming it all on someone else, knowing you had a part to play in that shit. You're going to take that shit to your grave and you're going to pretend. You know what I'm saying? But you so mad and angry and you're trying to find anybody to blame instead of blaming yourself. Now, that's not for everybody. That's just for the people that know that who they are in the inside sometimes have a part to play on other people's lives. And then when the consequences come back and double back, they act appalled like they didn't have nothing to do with it. You know what I'm saying? Knowing that level of rage and anger that they have in their mind, knowing they played a part in it, because people know exactly what they be doing when they be doing it. That energy and that intention and what you thinking about, that energy is directed to someone else who also plays a part. You feel me? Like, this is real. This is not fake. This is real life. So the best thing you can do in life is to clear your mind, because your intentions, your negative energy, and the things you think about on a daily have a reversed effect. And they might not can't get to you, but they will get to the people around you. That's a dirty, dangerous game that you playing, because oftentimes it's people that are innocent around you that take the blame for some bullshit that you did. Listen, if you don't know what it is, I just told you. Please make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe.